Earlier this week, I posted a video about the mysterious drones being spotted in the airspace over New Jersey and the surrounding area, and how they seem to coincide with the establishment of a drone testing corridor between New Jersey and Delaware that was announced a year ago by the National Aerospace Research and Technology Park. And I'm here today to tell you that I was wrong. It's important to follow the evidence to where it leads in situations like this, but it's even more important that we can acknowledge when we're wrong about where we think that evidence led. So let's clear things up, because this mystery is still a mystery. Earlier today, I had the chance to clarify some things with Rob Margetta, a public affairs officer from NASA headquarters, as well as Scott Ross, a deputy public affairs officer from U.S. Transportation Command. So let's start with the NASA part. First of all, NASA's Advanced Air Mobility Mission and the Air Force's Advanced Air Mobility Mission are separate programs. They do partner for some aspects of it, but they are operated separately. And NASA is actually not at all involved with the establishment or the operations within this drone testing corridor. Instead, that responsibility falls to U.S. Transportation Command. Now, I also mentioned that similar drone swarms were spotted over Langley Air Force Base last December. And last December, NASA released a press release saying that they were testing drones beyond line of sight without visual observers over that same portion of Virginia. But after speaking to NASA today, I learned that while that press release came out in December, those tests, they say, were actually conducted in September. So they couldn't possibly be related. Now, NASA did acknowledge that they probably should have mentioned when they conducted these tests when they released that story on December 21st of last year, right in the middle of reported drones operating over the Air Force Base right next door. And they said they're going to go back and amend that story to correct it. But nonetheless, NASA has confirmed that they do not have any drones operating in or around New Jersey. And that brings us to U.S. Transportation Command, who did indeed announce the establishment of a drone testing corridor between Delaware and New Jersey last year. But I learned today, so far, there have been no drone flights associated with this program. According to Scott Rose at U.S. Transportation Command, quote, "The only flights conducted to date were a series of crewed aircraft flights, which occurred on 9 July 2024. In part, those flights were intended as a proof of concept for the routes that could someday be used by UAS, or unmanned aerial systems." So, to clarify one more time, NASA's Advanced Air Mobility Mission and the Air Force's Advanced Air Mobility Mission do have some things in common, but they are separate programs. And to be clear, neither have drones flying over New Jersey. Now, I, of course, am going to continue trying to chase this story down and look for solid evidence-based conclusions. But an important part of that process, again, is just admitting when I get it wrong. So I want to apologize to you and to NASA for what seems to have been quite the headache I must have given them with my coverage. And all I can do now is dust myself off and get back into the fight. So I'll see you out there.